Welcome to the Band Director Breakfast Show. I'm Jet.
And I'm Steven. Today on the show,
we make breakfast burritos. We write songs based on random music dictionary terms. And we'll share 10 band hacks.
It's the Band Director Breakfast Show. We're gonna share with you what we think we know today.
So, what's for breakfast, Steven?
breakfast burritos, Jet.
Nice.
No recipe on this one. Just take whatever you got in your fridge, cook it, put it in tortilla. Breakfast burritos.
Nice.
Yeah, eggs, sausage. Sometimes I'll use, like an onion of questionable origin that I just need to cook.
Can I just go buy one instead of making it?
You can also buy a breakfast burrito. You have my permission, especially if you're going to contest this week or last week.
Thanks, don't need it, but gonna do it. So I love these videos where producers take a sample and then try to make a song based on that sample, and they all come up with different ideas and they share them at the end. So I think we should do something kind of like that. What do you think?
I think that you're gonna kick my butt.
Well, we need something common, so we don't have an audio sample. I was thinking maybe we take a musical dictionary, we open it up, and we each randomly choose one word and one definition to base a song out of.
All right, and so what are the rules here? I'm gonna pick a definition.
So you're gonna point to it. There's a problem with this definition. It is a Tom.
Oh. Wait, hold on. There was a picture in my music dictionary. Yep, okay, but I didn't know it had pictures in it because I never looked at it. Okay, so hold on.
Oh.
Okay, am I still on a picture or is this a definition?
It's a word.
Okay. Neapolitan School, a group of 18th century composers known chiefly for their operas who studied in Naples or were active there for some significant portion of their careers.
Whoa. Gosh, I was hoping for pizzicato or something. Okay, let's see.
Well, maybe you'll get pizzicato.
Ooh.
Did that sound like the P section? Okay, hold on. You're on a picture.
What is it a picture of? Ooh, it's a D.
Sheet music. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Sorry. Who knew there were this many pictures in the music dictionary? All right, you were on a definition?
Braille musical notation, a system of musical notation for the blind based on the Braille system and first proposed by Louis Braille himself. Whoa.
Okay. So I have to write a song about Neapolitan School, and you have to write a song about the Braille musical notation.
Do I have to write it in Braille?
I don't know.
I don't. So it's been a week since we picked our words, and we've each recorded something. Neither one of us have heard the other person's thing yet, so we're going to react to those now.
Yeah, I'm excited. I had fun with this.
I did too. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors is always the right way.
Winner goes first?
Yes.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot, of course.
So we change on shoot. Got it. Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
I'm going first. I don't know how I feel about that. My research was extremely complicated. I used the definition that I pointed to and Wikipedia. For recording the video, I used Ableton 10. I just recently got into producing music, and it's what I use for all the jingles on the show. I recorded the vocals and I recorded all the guitar parts. There's some weird sounds in the music, all the weird sounds. That's guitar with some effects on it. There's drums and bass too, but the drums and bass I input into Ableton. They're MIDI drums and bass. I wrote in a style I've never written before, but it's a style that's nostalgic to me. So without spoiling too much, here's my song. I hope you enjoy it. This is 6 Dots.
Musical notation, 6 dots, ring stop.
it.
It's really good. It's really good. Like, I feel like I know a lot more about Braille notation than I did before.
That was the whole point.
The visuals are excellent. Like, it's really good. Like,
The visual,
music
thank
video.
you.
That's really cool. I had no idea that it was like originally made for military communication.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yeah,
That was a surprise.
that's great.
And it was 12 dots originally, and then Louis Braille took and made it 6. So the 4 dots on top tell you your pitches, and the dots are either recessed or they're raised, and whichever combination they're in will give you your letter name, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the bottom 2 notes can be like different combinations to give you half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, etc.
Okay, so now you gotta hear my video.
Yes, okay, I'm ready.
All right, so I'm super apprehensive about this. Jet does music production stuff all the time, and I don't. I do video editing. And so I've got some tools that are kind of help me cheat my way into this, and we're just gonna see what we can do. But this is the basic plan. So as I started looking into the Neapolitan School, what we're talking about is Italian opera composers in the 17th century. And they were all this group around Naples, Italy. Now, the thing is, they didn't necessarily all write in a definitive style, and that's led a lot of people to kind of argue about whether or not the Neapolitan School is really a thing or not. You know, of course, it wasn't an actual school or an actual building, but I think what I want to do is kind of play with the idea that the Neapolitan School is like the secret society of these 17th century composers. And then use that to talk about the composers a little bit. And then, you know, I feel like we probably have to talk about Neapolitan sixth chords. And so that's kind of the plan. Now, I'm not going to be able to write or sing in the style of a 17th century Italian opera. I think in a perfect world I would, but I can't. So I was looking into other styles of Italian music at the time, and I came across the tarantella. So this is a style of music that you've definitely heard. It's featured prominently in the Godfather movie. It sounds like this. And so this actually evolved supposedly as a way to try to counteract the poisoning of a tarantula, like you would dance out the poison. I don't think that's doctor recommended, but I'm really lucky because the tool I'm using to kind of cheat my way into doing this is actually Band in a Box. If you haven't used Band in a Box, you can plug in your chord progression, hit go, and it'll give you a background track for lots of different styles. It's really great for jazz, and it also turns out that they have the tarantella as a style of music that you can do. And so I'm going to kind of put all those ideas together and see what happens.
Look, it is I, a poorly rendered stereotype of a 17th century composer, here to tell you about the Neapolitan School. If you come to Italy, make sure you visit me through my secret vestibule, the secret society mentioned here quietly, Neapolitan School. Music historians, docs and DeLoreans think they know the answer full, but they're in the darkness due to our smartness, Neapolitan School. Time for a roll call. This is a list of composers considered to be a part of the Neapolitan School. Nicola Porpora, Leonardo Vinci, Francesco Fio, Leonardo Leo, Alessandro Scarlatti, Niccolo Puccini, Antonio Sacchini, Giacomo Trito. Today's lesson is going to be over a very special chord referred to as the Neapolitan sixth. The sixth means first inversion, but to find this chord in any version, simply take the tonic and move up a mere half step. Spell a major chord, and then with all the time you can afford, move to first inversion and proceed the dominant. Well, that's all for today, class. Come back next week when we'll be discussing the ethical concerns surrounding the practice of castrati. Spoiler alert, it's real bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, put that on PBS.
Yeah?
Oh my gosh, as soon as you pop up with that wig and that jacket, and you borrowed that from the theater?
I borrowed that from the theater teacher, yeah.
Oh man, it looks so good. The background looks good. You just start spitting lyrics, you're like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information packed into that. I was really concerned when we got our definitions.
I was too. I'm like, oh no. I was kind of excited just because I'm like, well, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, and I couldn't decide which one of ours was more of a wrench.
Yeah,
right.
Like
or
which one's gonna be harder. But
yeah.
The approaches were really different.
Well, I knew they would be. We're very different.
Well, 10 points, sir.
Yeah, good job.
Congratulations.
Well done. Brass players moving their fingers sluggishly. Try this. Back off the valve caps a little bit and then have them press the keys down. When they do, they'll hear a click. Have them do that in time with the music and they can rhythmically hear if their fingers are moving in time.
Calcium deposits on your woodwind mouthpieces. Soak them for about 5 minutes in vinegar and they'll wipe right off. Warning, this may discolor hard rubber mouthpieces.
Trombone slides moving too slow. Tell them to teleport their slide from one position to the other. One simple word, teleportation. We'll get those slides snapping in no time.
Pencil grip, scissors, thumb rest for clarinet, done.
Your brass players don't know how far apart to spread their teeth? Well, have them take the shank of their mouthpiece, put it between their teeth, and that's how far apart they need to be.
Sometimes when you rehearse, start at the back of the piece, start at the end, play the last measure, and then the last section. Be careful that you don't always rehearse from beginning to end, rehearse from end to beginning too.
Not a percussionist. Go on YouTube and watch Mark Wessel's videos. That's what I did.
Headboard!
Is your band having a hard time staying in time right now? Well, don't worry. Just have them take one hand, make it flat like this, put it on their sternum, and have them tap the rhythms on their chest. They'll not only hear the time, but they'll feel the time.
Sometimes when you're playing a piece of music and it just sounds like things aren't happening at the right time, instead of having them play the full value of the notes, have the students bop it. Bop it. And then when you go back to playing the full length, everything will be lined up in the right place.
Some of those are less hacks and more just things we like to do or things we like to say, but I like those things. They work.
Yeah, and if you've got some really great band hacks, please put them in the comments and we'll do a part 2.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
These ideas, they work for us, they might not work for you. If you have different ideas or better ideas, put them in the comments below.
And remember, get lots of rest.
Stay hydrated.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to eat breakfast.